Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll have a moment of silent meditation and pledge to the flag. Thank you.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hereby call this meeting of the Monongalia County Commission to order. It is Wednesday, October 2nd, 2024, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let the record reflect that all three commissioners are present. First item on the agenda is consent and approval with our county administrator, Renetta McClure. Good morning, Renetta.
Good morning.
Morning, Renetta.
We have 23 exonerations for $9,805.78. One request to create a new statement, $18,982.81. Minutes for September 25th, 2024. Vouchers, General County Fund, $439,008.44. 911, $1,861. Chestnut Ridge Park, $2,055.41. Camp Muffley, $5,608.33. Mon County Center, $1,338.95. Opioid settlement funds, $36,091.99. Assessor's valuation at $956.46. Purchasing card vouchers, General County, $6,450.53. Magistrate Court, $17.68. Chestnut Ridge Park, $76.48. Camp Muffley, $378.56. Mason-Dixon Park, $76.48. Mon County Center, $748.71. Assessor's valuation, $478.75, for a voucher total of $495,147.77. No budget revisions. Position vacancies for boards and authorities are listed on the county website, and fiduciary orders for October 2nd, 2024.
Okay, do I have a motion to approve the consent agenda items as presented?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any additional fiduciary items?
No, sir.
Okay. Next item on the agenda is introduction of new employees, personnel changes.
Brad is here for Mecca 911.
Brad, you want to come on up?
Morning, Brad.
Morning.
Monongalia County Homeland Security and Emergency Management Mecca 911 has rehired an employee to fill a vacant telecommunicator position. Brandy Pulling will begin her duties on October 1st. As usual, she would need to complete a probationary period. Thank you for your consideration in approving our staffing change.
Move to improve Brandy Polling as a new hire with 911 Mecca.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Thank you, Brad.
Sorry, Mecca 911. I guess
Yep.
it doesn't matter. Reversed.
Any other employees? Okay. Next item on the agenda is comments from the public. We'll now open the comments from the public session of the meeting. Anybody wishing to be heard, please raise their hand, come forward, provide your name and address, and be heard. Come forward.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Morning.
My name is Mike Payton. I live in McCurtisville area, Mon County, resident there. As y'all know, I work for the United Mine Workers, and we have been in the process openly discussing about the path forward to a vote for union recognition for the Mon County assessors. And to say that I'm proud to stand here today, that they are now my union sisters and brothers. We conduct an election on your guidance, which I appreciate, to go see Mr. Music, the assessor, and work with him. It was an absolute pleasure. He was open and honest. He vetted the process, and we were able to conduct a free and fair election on Thursday between our side, between Mr. Music and his staff, and a neutral who I give thanks to for participating in that election. So their voices were overwhelmingly heard. It was an extremely 90% large majority to be represented and to be in our union. Now, there are some that say it's not legal. They're hiding behind the legal aspect of it. It is permissive in the state of West Virginia. Huntington has municipalities that are in collective bargaining agreements in a union. We represent Monongalia County 911, who is in our union under a collective bargaining agreement. So I come to the commission to ask that you honor the voices of the assessors. Now, they spoke, and they want to be in the union to be represented for collective bargaining. So to their families, some that are here today, to everybody who supported that, we cannot suppress their voices. They have a national right to join a union, no matter what anybody thinks. It's not fair for me to judge what somebody religion that they want to follow. It's not fair for us to judge that when majority rules. So I echo that political elections, there is a large group that does not want people in positions, but majority rules in a democracy. So today, on the record, I would like to know when we can work together in a work session to try to figure our path forward. Now, we're working with all other counties in the state of West Virginia, and we will be back in front of you multiple times for the rest of the Mon County Courthouse, who has expressed an option that they want to be represented by the United Mine Workers of America. So, if you can, give me a date that we can probably sit down and work as adults on the path forward.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Okay. Seeing none, we'll go ahead and close comments from the public. Next item on the agenda is a proclamation for Domestic Violence Awareness Month. Good morning.
Morning.
You want to come up?
Yes.
All right, my name is Kay Powney. I work at RDVIC, so I guess I'll just go on with this. Bear with me, I left my glasses at home.
No
I
worries.
got my sunglasses on my head, so they're not doing much good. Whereas the crime of domestic violence violates an individual's privacy and dignity, security, and humanity due to systemic use of physical, emotional, sexual, psychological, and economic control and/or abuse, including abuse to children and elderly. And whereas domestic violence against the citizens of Monongalia County continues to affect every person in Monongalia County as a victim, survivor, or as a family member, domestic partner, friend, coworker, or neighbor of a victim or a survivor. And whereas the problems of domestic violence are not confined to any group or groups of people, but cut across all economic, racial, gender, societal barriers, and are supported by societal indifferences. And whereas to prevent future abuse from our citizens, it is critical to foster greater public awareness of the cause and effects of domestic violence, and to address this problem on every civic level. And whereas the staff of the Rape and Domestic Violence Information Center, along with volunteers, promote domestic violence prevention by providing educational services in Monongalia County throughout the year. And whereas the Rape and Domestic Violence Information Center requests public support and assistance as it continues to work toward society where all people can live in peace, free from violence and exploitation. Now, therefore, in recognition of the important work done by the Rape and Domestic Violence Information Center, serving Monongalia, Preston, and Taylor counties, as well as the other domestic violence programs, the Monongalia County Commission does hereby proclaim the month of October 2024 as National Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and urges all citizens to actively participate in the schedule, activities, and programs to work toward improving victims' safety and holding perpetrators of domestic violence accountable for their actions against individual victims and society as a whole.
Thank you very
Thank you.
much.
Thank you.
Do I have a motion to approve the proclamation as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? Thank you very much. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. I believe you have the signed form. Okay, next item on the agenda is grants. There are none. Correspondence.
I don't have any, but I believe Commissioner Bloom has
Yes,
an item
I
or two.
received an email, not a letter, from Eric Edwards. I just will paraphrase it. Dear Mon County Commissioners, I'm ready to formally petition the County Commission to consider a critical infrastructure improvement on Horner Run Road in Morgantown. I'm in the process of developing high-end residential community along this road, which will consist of 70 homes valued at $400,000 to $500,000. This project has been selected and approved through the Build West Virginia grant, and basically he's requesting the widening of Horner Run Road for safety, school bus access, property value and appeal, economic impact, and he's asking us for our consideration. And what I'd like to do, with your permission, is send this email to the DOH as, his request, if there's any problems with that.
Okay.
Okay.
No. Any
Thank you.
further correspondence? Yeah, obviously, we've
No.
received a,
Did you have that other? No, the other item, that the economic development thing.
Oh, God, I forgot. We did that this morning. Okay. I was asked, the county commission was asked to attend a meeting on this Friday for economic development, discussing workforce training for future industry in Greene County and working with Monongalia County. And the three of us had our meeting this morning, and I asked if I could attend, and I would like to attend, and they agreed to that. And this is one of the outcomes of meeting with Greene County. I think this is the positive outlook down the road that we are looking forward to. And hopefully this can be very beneficial for both, not only Greene County, but Monongalia County.
Just have one email from Elizabeth Shannon at the West Virginia Prevention Solutions, Inc., received yesterday, just requesting a letter of support for their application to the West Virginia First Foundation. I
yeah,
believe
I
you
believe
probably
she
received
sent it to all of us, and we
Right.
sent it to the staff, and our staff's been pretty busy with kind of shepherding all those letters of support, so that
Right.
those will probably come up in
They're going
A
to come
li-
up under new business, yes.
a little
thank you.
later, so.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Anything else?
All right. No worries.
Okay. There is no unfinished business. New business. Consideration to approve requisition number 10 for the Series 2021 B Harmony Grove Phase 1 Administrative Expense Fund.
Requisition amount is $3,737.50, and that's for the monthly Municap invoice for their projections and analysis on the Harmony Grove District.
Move to approve requisition number 10.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Consideration to approve requisition number 93 for the University Town Center Excise Tax District Administrative Expense Fund.
The requisition is for $537.50. Again, that's Municap's monthly invoice for the UTC Excise Tax District.
Move to approve requisition number 93 is presented.
Second.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay.
Aye.
Consideration to approve letters of support for grant applications for the WV First Foundation for, what we have on the agenda is Mon Health Medical Center, their Baby Steps Maternal Assistance Towards Recovery Program, Monongalia County Day Report Center, and Libera. Do you want to, so we can just take care of all these in one motion? Do you have any others to add?
Yes, we got something in from the Health Department, Mon County Health Department. They're submitting an application regarding their quick response team efforts. Then we have Jacob's Ladder Assistance Fund regarding their scholarship program, their resident scholarship program. We also have the West Virginia Prevention Solutions for their prevention programs that they have. And then lastly, we have WVU School of Medicine's brief strategic family therapy program that they will be submitting as well.
Okay. So, just so I've got this straight, we have a total of 7. So we have consideration of letters of support for Mon Health Medical Center, Monongalia County Day Report Center, Libera, Mon County Health Department, Jacob's Ladder, WV Prevention Center, and WV School of Medicine.
Move to approve the president signing letters of support for all the organizations listed.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Hopefully that's
The
it.
deadline is Saturday
Yeah.
for the applications. I would expect between Thursday and Friday, we'll probably receive more requests. So according to your policy, we can secure the approval of the commission and then read them into the record next week.
Correct, yes, as we previously approved in our rules of procedure. If any come in that fall outside the cycle of our meeting, we can poll the commissioners for approval, and if we have unanimous approval, the president can go ahead and sign those, and then we report them in the next meeting under correspondence. So we have a first and second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we took that vote. Okay, consideration to approve request for proposal to be signed and distributed to a minimum of 3 ICPA firms on the list of appointed firms for the fiscal year 24 audit as directed by the West Virginia State Auditor's Office.
Pretty self-explanatory. I move to approve.
Yes, second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Consideration to approve the president to sign a contract for HVAC system support services with MCOR Services, Scalise Enterprises.
Similar motion, move to approve.
Second.
Okay, and just for everybody, this is the result of our RFP that we made the commission made a decision on last week. Over the past week, we've been negotiating with MCOR to get this agreement in place. It was a little bit of a audible at the line. We wanted to get the service lined up with our fiscal year. So the initial term of this agreement is for 9 months. So we prorated what their cost offer was to get to a 9-month, and that from that point on, we have provisions in the contract as far as how it extends, and at that point on, it'd be year after. But for this initial term, we wanted it to follow our fiscal year. So 9 months will get us to June 30th to 2025. So we have a motion and a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay. Consideration to approve a letter of support for CityNet's application to the West Virginia Department of Economic Development's Broadband Equity Access and Deployment Program. Again, that's self-explanatory. The administrator and I actually had a call with CityNet last week because when they asked for this letter, certainly the commission the commission is for any and all attempts to connect our citizens. We just wanted to know how this impacted or how it worked with all the other efforts that were going on in the county to make sure that we're not stepping on each other's toes. It was a very productive call, and it was, I think, a good start to a potential relationship regarding some other projects that may happen in the future. So just to give you guys that background in regards to this particular letter of support. So do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Okay, any other new business?
No.
Okay. Reports from elected officials and/or department supervisors. Good morning, Mayor Lewis.
Morning.
Patty Lewis, Town of Granville. I have a little bit of an update about our traffic signal project on Town Center Drive. Our poles, we finally have an actual order number, so they are, the order is at the manufacturer. On the advice of our engineer, we have reached out to the distributor as well as the manufacturer to ask if we could maybe have some priority since this is such a safety concern, and we've done that. I've also reached out to Senator Oliverio. I don't know if he would deem it appropriate to send a letter also in support of this, but I've brought copies. I don't know if the commission would feel appropriate to send a letter also, but I am going to leave a copy of the letters that we sent. It has the information for the manufacturer as well as the distributor.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
Just one thing while we're talking about that project, did your lawyers ever respond back on that three-way agreement?
He is working on it.
Okay, all
We're
right.
waiting for one more item from our engineer, and we'll send it back to you.
Okay, but the project's moving along, that's just
Yes.
to formalize
Yes.
payment and how we're all participating in this project, so I appreciate your efforts.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Okay. Reports from county commissioners. Tom?
Yes, I had a meeting this week with the WVU College of Law representing the county commission. They received a grant called the Substance Use Disorder Legal Program, and it ends at the end of December. But what we were able to do is I was able to get several of the nonprofits up at HHH to meet with them, and we are working on a plan to apply for funding, and also at the same time, they are also offering services for the different nonprofits. So we're going to be working together on that. And even if the funding is done, we'll have a grant ready to go. So if the next tranche is available, we will be able to apply for that. And it looks like a really good program that is missing, and it's a perfect void that we don't have in this area. So we're very appreciative working with that. The only other thing I want to say is that when announced, and it's already been made public, on October 15th at 9:30, we will be reconvening to have another First Foundation Region 4 meeting, because it appears that our representative drew the short straw, and his appointment was only 1 year. There were 1, 2, 3 years. So we will be voting again in our region for either to reappoint Mr. Dower or to come up with another individual, and that will be happening here at 9:30 on October 15th. Thank you.
Commissioner Boone. Commissioner Arnett?
Just a few things. Last week after our meeting, I attended a board meeting for Teen Court. That program is, we had a change in director, but it's up and running and moving forward. We had a Camp Muffley advisory board meeting last night, very well attended. Glad to see we've got a full complement of board members now, and all but one were in attendance last night, so good things coming from Muffley in the coming year. This morning, the three of us participated in a phone call with Greene County. We continue that quarterly call with them to, it's kind of a unique situation that we're reaching across the border. We share so much as far as geography and their citizens utilizing our shopping, and our a lot of folks work down here, live up there, and vice versa. So it's good to see that cooperation continuing. And then tonight is the UHS homecoming parade. I didn't go to UHS, but my kids do, so I'll be participating tonight, and my daughter will be on a truck waving. So watch your traffic tonight between 5 and 6:15, I think. So there won't be any ingress and regress down High Street during that time. So you might want to avoid the area unless you're coming to the parade. So that's all I've got.
Since our last meeting, the administrator and I had numerous calls with legal counsel regarding the Richwood project. We were working forward on that agreement. We had a call last Wednesday. Last Thursday, I had Mylan Park Foundation board meeting, and then I had the Development Authority meeting. I'm sorry, not Development Authority, the Health Department meeting. And after that, I got a tour of the new Smile Express. It's very impressive, and I've asked Tiffany Summerlin to come to a future commission meeting so that she can explain the new resource that we have, and kind of explain a little bit about the Smile Express program. I was so impressed with the vehicle and her talking about the program that I really just wanted the public to hear, the good things we're doing with that program. I've had a number of broadband calls, but on Thursday we also had a broadband call, and then back to a couple more calls with legal counsel, and then also that call with CityNet that I explained earlier. On Friday, we had staff reports. Monday, another call with legal. We finally got to a short one-pager because the Richwood project was closing on the refinancing was closing on Monday, so they needed a quick temporary agreement to basically spell out what we intend to do between us and the city and the Development Authority. So we got that done. And again, the commission had given me authority to negotiate that on behalf of the commission in previous meeting. We had a call with our new HVAC vendor to kind of work out the terms. And then I had a call with Comcast with the administrator regarding a few grant announcements forthcoming. next week. We'll actually talk about those grant announcements. Tuesday, had a call with stakeholders regarding, the administrator and I went on site to meet with representatives from the city, MUB, West Virginia University Facilities Department, to talk about Rowley Road and possible ways that we can address that road. That, for people that don't know, that's the road that goes between Kroger's and Suncrest in Caddoba, and MUB had to shut it down because they had a sewer line that had failed. So they fixed that, and the road has been shut down while they were fixing it. And then as they were getting ready to open it up, it had sparked a lot of conversations about how to handle that road going forward. The commission has a part in it because we own a small piece of land that they may need our approval to access that land, a permanent easement, so that one of the suggestions that they're making might utilize that. So it's a complex problem. A lot of people use that as a cut through. Mountain Lion uses it as a cut through. And it's a very heavily trafficked with students coming from Towers to Kroger. So appreciate the city manager or the assistant city manager arranging that meeting. Right now, the commission really doesn't have a say. We're just happy to be part of the conversation, and if we can help in any way, we'll certainly be at the table. So. Today, we did have a call with Greene County, as commissioners indicated. It's a regular day with one work session. Tomorrow's, I have a broadband call in the morning, and then the administrator and I have ADP training. And then in the evening, I have the Mason-Dixon Advisory Board meeting. Friday, we have staff reports, and then in the afternoon, I'm meeting with a representative of West Virginia University Hospitals to talk about the health department property. Other than that, I do want to thank Russ Rogerson for all of his persistence and closing on the Richwood project. We did close on the refinancing on Monday, and now we're on the clock to get the tear downs and really get this project moving in the next year. That's a 2-year refi, so it's really what we're looking towards is having a significant development in this first year and having a good chunk of the prime core of the project planned and having it financed going forward by the end of the first year. So thanks to Russ for all of his efforts. Other than that, I will respond to your request. You certainly have the right to request a work session with the commission, and rather than going back and forth, I think we ought to have that. I do ask that you, the commission's made their opinion on this matter perfectly clear in the past, but we're certainly willing to have a conversation. As you indicated, the assessor's office was free to vote as they have, and they have. We haven't restricted that, but we've been clear as to whether. And I certainly don't bash unions. My family is part of unions. I've grown up around unions. I'm the only commissioner up here that's been an employee when a location has organized. So I understand all sides of the issue. But we're certainly willing to sit down and talk to you and have you convince us as far as the steps going forward. And somewhere along the line, there would need to be some sort of official ask. But anyhow, if you talk to the administrator, we'll set up a future work session, assuming that I have.
Absolutely.
You guys are in agreement. And we'll move forward. So thank you. Thank you for your words. So anything else?
Nope.
Move to adjourn.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye. Here we go.